Such a great game for the Six Nation Arrows.
Peterborough on the home bench on the far side of the floor in their white jerseys, green caps. They'll work away from Cole Gervais, who was great in that Six Nations game, and they'll be awarded first possession and go right to left here in our opening period.
Saw 51 shots against in that game, a ton of breakaway to go scoop up that loose ball as well.
I have a feeling number 14 from here on out is going to see a lot of defenders in his face, off the pipe, off the goalie and in.
Situation there where the Beaches were able to regain possession after their initial chance, winning a battle along the boards, and that was Firth actually getting in there and scooping that ball free, and just getting throughout the game organically.
So already 1-0 here for the Beaches, who have been rolling, and they get another one coming in off the face-off win. Just like that, 2-0.
And that's just catching the Lakers sleeping there. Going right at it off the draw, building on the momentum from that opening goal. The Lakers still regrouping. They scoop up the ball, and it's a race to the net. Another perfect shot. Both of those shots that have gone in have been far.
Today, lost in the NCAA men's final. A huge statement win, perhaps, for Notre Dame, 15-5, as they take back-to-back championships. Collison in front. How about back-to-back-to-back goals for the Beaches?
The Beaches have just been absolutely all over the Lakers at this point in time. They have not given Peterborough much of an opportunity. Once they're in the offensive zone, Peterborough cannot get anything stopped. They're not getting in the way of any passes going across the zone. They're not getting in the way of any shots. And that's just a one-on-one situation where footwork beats the defender. Cut to the net. Once
in the stick of Owen McKay. Confirmed he is the younger brother of Ian McKay. Before the game, as Collison through the middle, another one shot and a goal. Peyton Booth this time.
The Beaches just adding a new way of scoring to their repertoire in this game. That one from a little bit of range. And I think it's just a situation, again, where they have the Lakers completely off their balance right now and shook up. You can see him setting up along the boards there. Collison takes a step around the defender, and then there's a man sneaking in the high slot area through a screen. Once again, same post.
Takes a check into the outside boards. He'll give to Collison, who will slow things down. Into Firth, who slips coverage and scores.
That one over the right shoulder on Gervais. Firth with just too much time and space right at the top of the crease. And based off of how hot he's been this season, as we talked about at the start of the broadcast, coming off an 8-goal game, came into this game with 19 points through 2. Can't give him that kind of opportunity in a premium scoring chance. And there he just slips behind two defenders who you have to imagine were a little bit too far. You can just trickle over the line. That's what happened there.
Comes back with, I was going to say back-to-back saves, but it's Collison who scores.
Looked like he was able to kick that one out, but it just sneaks in between his legs. And in a 4-on-4 situation there, a ton of room on the floor. And with a Lakers player down, changed up a little bit, couldn't get back into the action. That leaves the man open on the wing, through a screen, and right through the...
Lining up his man in front of the Toronto bench. Palmer, far side, through, they score. Liam Aston.
After the physicality right in front of the Beaches bench, Lakers players head off for a change. The difference is here, as we talked about in the home opener of the season, these benches are on opposite sides. Benches are on the same side. This doesn't happen because the Lakers are all caught out there going to the far side of the floor where the players...
Still scoring at a 500% rate. And that's going to change it with Palmer. Make it 8 from 7.
Gervais heading over to the bench. You can see him call for some attention. And he's just got to be demoralized at this point in time. Again, a situation where a guy's just left all alone in the right on that castle sign. Give the Beaches some credit. They're up 8-0. Oh, not that they don't need credit here. They're doing an amazing job. But up 8-0, Nobody's starting to cheat defensively. Nobody's starting to cheat offensively. They're just doing their job still, staying relentless in the defensive zone and then doing what they need to do.
There it is, the first one of the game. Brendan Marino brings the crowd and the bench to life.
Sorry, Matt, cut you off there a little bit. Now I'll eat my words, actually, as I'm saying that the Beaches are doing everything they need to do. Eventually, the Lakers were going to pot one there. And that was a hard-fought goal. Able to sneak into the coverage there and just be in the scoring area. And that's the Lakers set.
It does go up. Low slash on the far side will send Toronto to the penalty box. Hicks, bouncer scores.
That goes down to Nick Crowley making the correct decision when running the ball down the floor solo. The Lakers have been rushing their possessions all game. Nick Crowley takes it down, looks back. He's got 3 guys on him. Sees everybody changing. That leads to the penalty being called. Then the Lakers are able to set things up in the offensive zone. If you set things up in the offensive zone, you've got the numbers to accomplish something. When it's a 1-on-3, a 1-on-2, or a 2.
What the scoreline was, saying, let's hope nothing gets out of control. We're going to call it perhaps a little bit tighter than when we came out when it was zip-zip.
That is a great point.
Long shot, Kazak made the save. No one went after the rebound, at least momentarily. And now the goaltender is going to launch it down floor, straight to Palmer. What an assist from the goaltender, and what a finish from number 3.
My goodness, what a launch. You can see him crank that thing up, and that was Tom Brady launching a pass down the field. That was absolutely perfect placement. Kazak just cranks it up, takes a look back into his stick, makes sure he has the ball, and flings that thing right in stride, catches his man.
Finish to the watch this.
Goalie will tell you it's because he cut off the angles, and he was getting up there in time.
Peterborough recovers back the other way, and this one will find its way behind the goalkeeper.
So Peterborough still on the power play here, working the ball around in a perfect formation. Then they set things in motion and drive the lane, and it's Wood who's able to tuck that one home.
Beaches go to Lubinecki. That returns us 5-on-5, and Beaches score again.
Soft spot in coverage, and that's really the opposite of what Peterborough needs, is to let something squeak in like that. That wasn't really a scoring chance that they should have allowed. That was just somebody sneaking through again and finding a soft spot in the coverage. And yeah, that's something they're going to wish they had back. As did just taking a water break for the goalies, it looks like.
Goes to work on that shaft that he splintered on the face-off. Palmer to the corner, first cutting through. Shot wide of the mark. Isaac Mills picks it up. Lubinecki. Near side. Too easy.
What a beautiful shot from Palmer. He looked and found where Williamson's eyes were looking. There was some traffic off to the left of Williamson. There was a battle going on there. Palmer sneaks out, takes a peek where the goalie's eyes are, and then tucks it short side top corner with a really hard shot as well. A lot of movement, a lot of chaos.
Drimmy over center. Now Colby Wood gives it back in front. The cutback move, Drimmy scores.
That was a really pretty goal, really pretty look from Wood. And it's just holding on to that ball for the extra second, analyzing what's happening, seeing his player taking a break towards the net. And these passes need to be perfect to execute it like this in such a tight space, and that pass was perfect. See Wood move off to his right, and that causes a break in coverage as 2 Beaches players commit to Wood.
Lubinecki stumbled and may have opened himself space, got blown up after the shot. That was saved by Williamson. Stumbling there is Lahash. Got to hurry to get it over center. Now it's loose, and they're not going to do it before the allotted 8 seconds.
Yeah, Collison was just all over him there.
Palmer scores. His big night continues.
If you could give Collison 2 assists on that goal, you would, but that's not how scorekeeping works. But he creates the turnover, takes the ball, finds Palmer streaking towards the net. And good heads-up play by Palmer just to drive the lane. But Collison creates that opportunity and then makes a perfect pass.
Against the Beaches, so Peterborough ball. It'll be Rude, who has a pair of assists in this game, him along with Blay Myers. Blay Myers' first points of this season. Here is number 11, passing to Hicks. And they're going to count that as a goal.
Peterborough setting things up, sending one man in. The Beaches commit to the challenger, and on the rebound, there's a Laker sitting there right on the doorstep, ready for it. Picks it up. Really impressive from Kaisak. He almost had that one. I wasn't sure it actually went in. It wasn't until I saw the official signal goal that we knew it went in. But there's a battle in front, actually. It wasn't even a free man. But able to scoop that ball up, Brendan.
Game in the early going. Collison, of course, his return. Helping out matters as he plays it down low to Wills. Collison, Firth. Unusually quiet for the 2022 MVP. Down low, Wills will score.
Just a great goal from Wills as well. You can see him fading off. Just tucks that one underneath Williamson. Peach is doing a great job working the ball around, moving Williams' eyesight from side to side to side. That'll change a goalie's angles unless he's absolutely perfect. They got to find their markers to get to their spots.
But with Firth in the box, a guy like that who takes a lot of the defensive attention. See what happens next time down the floor as we remain 5-on-5. Pass back, Wood on the crease, scores.
And one of those funny things about lacrosse is the net might not be exactly perfect, and the net wasn't exactly perfect there for Kaisak. Askew by probably 4 or 5 inches on his right side, and that's exactly where Wood ends up putting this here. You can see it there on the replay. So that's going to open up that far corner, just opening up that net a little bit. Wood sees that, sends it far side. Simpson went down the floor solo.
Lubinecki up top. Plays back for Collison. Wills will set the screen. Collison rips and scores.
Sorry, not shorthanded. 2 guys in the box there, but yeah, that's just a perfect shot from Collison. So much power behind it and the accuracy to be able to do that. From decent range as well from the Kaylee's crease logo. Steps out, has his body weight behind the shot.
Goodness.
The same kind of stroke you see when guys are doing the
brief stumble there from Liam Aston, and then loses the ball at the hands of Trumbull. Over the shoulder. Still got a bunch on that shot, and then the return from Riley Simpson scores.
Two things there. The velocity on that over the shoulder behind the back shot.
Yes.
Creates the rebound, for catching everybody off guard by just throwing that out there. And the velocity on it contributes to the rebound. And the Lakers on the power play, obviously extra man down the floor. And good job there from Riley Simpson to follow up on it.
Nicholas Rude, not graduating as of yet, but has been relied on as Palmer cuts through. Sock trick.
Just too much speed to contain there. He just weaved in, used his feet, and got to the net. That's as simple as it was. And we'll see it on the replay. There's nothing else to say. Just takes some space to the outside, takes a peek, sees a soft spot, and just drives. Like, that's just pure foot speed, being able to get to the net. Too late for anybody to react. And then perfect foot placement.